Hey YouTube, today's date is Wednesday, February 19th, 2020, and excuse the sun. Oh my god, it's super bright today. So I just want to let you guys know I'm like super tired. My brain is tired, and I think why it's tired is because one, I haven't been working out. What I've been doing is, and I put it on my Instagram the other day, is when I when I leave my office, when I leave my office, I am now walking the ramps of the parking garage. So instead of taking the elevator from the 4th to the 9th floor, I actually end up walking it. And it's pretty good. It's like a good 10-minute walk. So, I've loosened up my muscles a little bit, and I think I'm ready to jump on the treadmill soon. Talk with a coworker, a former coworker. She retired, and of course, I was telling her about my diet woes and all that, and she's like, my husband, he needs to have ankle stuff done, but at the end of the day, what really helped him was the food. He didn't really work out, and he lost a lot of weight. I'm like, great. But number one, he's a man, and we both acknowledge that. And men lose weight way differently than women do. But I don't know. I'm just like in this funk that I can't get out of. I feel like I'm almost trying to get out of it, and then I just get a little overwhelmed with life, and then I'm like, ugh. So one of the things that I'm going to gripe about is being a mom. It's cool and all that, but sometimes I feel like, I don't know, sometimes I feel not overwhelmed, but like, am I doing enough for my child? And I think every parent suffers this, right? I mean, I can't be the only one. So yesterday I went to the dollar store, bought some stuff for the house, and I ended up buying some flashcards. My dilemma is I really want my son to learn Spanish first, because it is super important for me for my child to be bilingual. Not to knock anybody else, because in my family there's several people that can't speak Spanish, and I'm like, why? And I remember my uncle, through marriage, used to threaten us when we used to talk English in the house, and we would be so upset because all we would do is talk English. And now we cherish that because we speak Spanish, and our family speaks Spanish. When we go back to Guatemala, I'm glad that I'm able to communicate, and then I don't know, I just find it weird when some people don't speak Spanish. But again, not to knock anybody, because everyone does their own thing. So anyways, I get home, I bought a bunch of Easter stuff, and I was a little surprised, dollar store, because I assumed that I was gonna get some stuff for St. Patrick's Day, because after all, yesterday was the 18th of February, so I'm like, for sure I could get St. Patty stuff, no props. Get there, it's all gone, peeps. Everything is gone. I mean, they have just like the crappy crap left. And I'm like, what is this? So I ended up buying all this Easter stuff, some bunnies and stuff like that, and I'm trying to decorate my house a little bit more. Sorry, it's a little, dollar store-ish, but just to give it a little life. So I put some stuff in the windows, because I had those little suction cups with hooks from Christmas, and I'm like, oh, I could use this to put stuff on our windows, because I tried to do those decals that you get off that paper, the window decals, and those look cute, but then I don't know, they're not big enough, and I feel like you can't see it unless you really stare, because my blinds are white. So forget it. Anyways, all this to say this: after getting home, my mom had cooked dinner, which I was so grateful for. I was going to wash dishes. I left work on time. My goal was to leave at 3. I left at 3:10, and I get home, and I was going to wash dishes. I told mom, just let me change out of my work clothes, and then I'll come. And I told mom, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go use the bathroom, change. She's like, all right. When I come back, she's washing dishes, and I felt bad. I was like, oh. And then she's like, all we need to do is cook rice for the soup, because we made soup. And I was like, okay. But when I got upstairs, because my son and I went downstairs to watch TV and stuff, she had already cooked it. So I was like, oh my goodness. So she had done that already. So I had a pretty lazy day yesterday, and one of the good things that I'm proud of is that yesterday I had bought, about a year and a half, if not 2 years ago, Amazon had their Prime Day. I think it's called Prime Day. And so they sold these little cups, colored cups, which are the primary colors, and these little bears. And apparently this is very popular to teach kids how to count. And there's a die, and then you throw the die, and then which is singular for dice. You throw the die, and whatever color comes out, you grab. And you know, you can use these for numerous things. So I was teaching my son yesterday the colors, and I was teaching him, you know, trying to count the bears up to 3. And I was telling him there's blue and yellow bears that I chose, and I'm like, put the blue bears in the blue cup, the yellow bears in the yellow cup. And you know, he was getting it, but also he hadn't had his nap. So y'all know that our parents, when these kids don't have their naps, they get a little crabby. So he just wanted to like just toss them in the air and stuff, and I'm like, no, you're gonna lose them. Anyways, long story short, I end up going up to bed. I changed him into PJs. He watched maybe one show of Mickey Mouse, and I was like, all right, let's just go to, I'm gonna change you, I'm gonna put you to bed, it's time to, you know, go to sleep. And I got so livid when I got in the bed, because he knocked out so fast. I got in the bed, and usually I turn to my side to watch a show if I'm still kind of awake. Because if he's super sleepy, 9 o'clock is when we knock out, right? But I'm not sleepy. So what I tend to do is I'll like roll over to my right, and then I will watch a movie or do something, right? Or watch YouTube videos or whatever. Imagine my surprise. I usually lean to my right, and I put my hand underneath the, I'm trying to fix this because this is like way low. There it goes. I put my hand underneath the pillow to find there's a big ass urine spot. My mattress is wet, and it's not soaking wet because I could tell it's been like that all day. And I got so pissed. I mean, it made me livid, because I told my husband all the time, if the kid pees in the bed, which I don't get mad at him because he's a kid, but I told him, please, if anything, if he pees in the bed, pull the sheets back, give the mattress a chance to breathe. And then when I come home, when I go upstairs, I already know I have to change the sheets. And then what I'll do is change the sheets. But if you do not do that, then I will assume that the sheets are good to go, get in bed, and then, you know, I end up with wet sheets. So what upsets me, it's not even the fact that the sheets are wet and he didn't tell me. It's the fact that my son was knocked the freak out. He was asleep. And so he was knocked out, and I'm like, how the hell am I going to change this bed sheet now? Because it was like kind of wet, and I was like, what the hell? So I ended up like peeling a little bit back and putting another, like a baby sheet there, and putting the sheet back because it was semi-dry, and just so he wouldn't touch the mattress part, like to have another barrier between the soaked mattress and his little face. And then I ended up sleeping by the foot of the bed. And I texted my husband. I was like, you know, I can't believe that he peed and you didn't tell me. I told you, if anything, I don't need you to change the bed sheets because your hands are gonna break. Just tell me. That's all I want. Just tell me. But, or, you know, just pull the sheet back. But anyways, this video is long enough, and you know, so that kind of messed up. And right now I am watching this series called Made in Heaven, which is the best. And I'm going to record another video about it because I want you guys, if you guys watch this, to tell me what shows you watch. And then that way we could, you know, get it together here. Alright, I will upload another video about TV. Laters. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Look at all this sun. Bye.